Hello, everyone. Welcome to the August 20th, 2015 meeting of the Litchfield Mosquito Control District. I'm Acting Chairman John Latcher. To my left is Acting Vice Chairman Al Raccio. I'd like to thank Anthony DeMambro for doing our cable tonight. Let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Chair will call the roll. Acting Vice Chairman Al Raccio.
Present.
And I'm here. Next is public input. Before I go into public input, I'd like to state for the record that this meeting was posted here at Town Hall and at the Town Library. Public input. Is anybody from the public wishing to speak? Seeing and hearing none. Just a word on public input. If you have any questions or concerns, you can come down here. We're here on the third Thursday of the month at 7 o'clock. So just stop in if you have any questions. Next is approval of the minutes of June 18th, 2015.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, please, before we get into the first item of the agenda, I'd like to take a minute to acknowledge the loss of 3 of our firefighters in the wildfires out in the California and Washington areas. As you know, currently one of our own town citizens, Tim Kearns, a lieutenant at the Hudson Fire Department, former officer here in Litchfield, is now currently deployed from the state, supporting those efforts. We wish Tim good luck and safety, and we're sorry for the loss of any fireman anywhere.
Right. Thank you for mentioning that, Mr. Ratcher. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, approval of the minutes of June 18th, 2015. Have you read the minutes, Al?
Yes, I have, Mr. Chairman. I've read the minutes, and I would like to make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Okay. I'll second it. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Motion passes 2-0-0. Next on the agenda is Mosquito Collections Update, July 28th from Kim Foss. New Hampshire Weekly Bulletin, August 4th. Mosquito Collections Update, August 8th from Kim Foss again. And the New Hampshire Weekly Bulletin, August 11th.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to suggest we add the disease bulletin from the 7th and the West Nile virus and other airborne diseases from July 7th from the CDC for discussion during this topic.
Okay. I have no objections. It's fine.
So, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You're welcome. Kim Fosses from Municipal Pest Management sent us these reports. These are the closest ones up until this point. I noticed that we have a lot of perturbans in town. If you look at if you look here, we have 37 perturbans on this testing. We have 16 here. We have 123. Then we have 288, 231, 276, 52, 270, 216, 76, and 213. It's a lot of perturbans getting tested.
Yes, it is.
And as you know, the perturban is one of the carriers of the Eastern equine encephalitis as well as West Nile virus. But not a primary vector. So that kind of caught my attention.
And once again, Mr. Chairman, these numbers, while they are high, for this time of year are consistent with our previous reports. So some of the I say analysis. Some of the work that the district has done in keeping these numbers, while high, the trend is consistent with the time of year. This also leads us, though, however, for a higher caution as we approach the end of the month and September and early October, to keep on the lookout for positive results in our testing in the Perturbin pool.
Right. If you look at the state test summaries, this is from New Hampshire Arbovirus Surveillance from August 9th, 2015 to August 15th, 2015. As of right now, in the current year, we have absolutely no positive tests. None in humans, animals, and believe it or not, none in mosquito batches either. If you look from last year we had, in 2014, we had 3 human cases positive for triple E. We had 3 animals test positive for triple E in 2014. And the testing, we had 18 positive for triple E and 1 for West Nile virus. This could be because of each town's mosquito control program that could be affecting some of these numbers. But we're looking good as of right now, so that's good.
Absolutely.
Do you have any questions on either report, Al?
No, basically, the state report is good news all the way around.
Right.
As we talked about moments ago, the counts for our town, the trends look comparable in the numbers of the pools, with the exception of a couple of wet years. I think years 2 and 3 that we started this, we had exceptionally wet years.
Right.
And that analysis shows that our trends are matching, our numbers are decreasing, though, which is a good sign. This next period for our next meeting, I'm hoping to be able to provide a little more detailed analysis for the district and the public at large, that actually shows some of these trends in a graphical form. So I look forward to.
Would you be able to do that maybe on a PowerPoint presentation, or that you're kind of thinking of, or
Well,
what are your thoughts about that?
Creating it, yes. Getting a disk to put it on somebody's computer, that's another story.
Okay.
But and we won't beat that dead horse.
Right.
But if nothing else, I will have the statistics.
Okay.
And I will have printouts of the graphs for the board, and working with the district, if we can get it onto a computer, great.
Great. Thank you. Next is an update from our contractor, Municipal Pest Management Services. It's a mosquito control update. I'd like to share this with the viewing audience. It says, hi John, things are going very well. We are having a dry season and the mosquito breeding habitats are dry or drying. The thunder showers we have occasionally do not result in pools of water staying around for very long. The light trap shows lower populations of vector species. We will continue to monitor and larvicide mosquito breeding sites to mid-October. No mosquito-borne diseases have occurred in our areas as of yet. If and when it happens, we'll be in touch with you regarding emergency spray applications to public areas. And this is from Michael Morrison of Municipal Pest Management Services, Inc.
That's a very encouraging report from Mike. Over the years, as we all know, Mr. Morrison and his company have taken very good care of us.
Yes.
His reporting, his staff, his methods are state known and equal to none, in my humble opinion.
Right.
This also brings us to a good segue, Mr. Chairman, regarding the spraying. Mr. Morrison mentions emergency barrier spraying.
Yep.
Not to be confused with aerosol mass spraying. But as we approach school season, last year the town was gracious enough to grant us actual budgeting in the contract for
Right.
barrier spraying. And I believe our district will be contacting the school administration to remind them of the upcoming events. And we should also remind the public, while we enjoy the last days of summer and at the tennis courts and the ball fields, please don't take offense if we show up in the early evening hours to protect you and the citizens of the community and temporarily shut down those facilities
Right.
to allow us to adequately spray that.
Right.
Most of the time we start, at around dusk?
Yeah, like I was just going to say that, like last year, I don't know if we had maybe one issue that somebody was on the tennis courts or something, but they were more than happy to get off once we told them what we were doing. But last year I think went pretty well. We tried to talk with the heads of the Recreation Commission to make sure that they scheduled people to get off the field prior to us getting there. And I think last year worked out pretty well, and I hope that...
Also gate access.
Gate access, too, right.
We can't spray if we can't get access to the fields.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I would say that last year worked out pretty well. Obviously, the health officer, Kevin Lynch, was on vacation that particular week, so overall, I think we did a pretty good job, so...
Yep.
So, great. Okay, now I'm going to go into... any other business. It's around budget time again, almost, and I don't know what your idea is as far as, we have our contract with Municipal Pest Management Services. I just want to kind of take your feelings as far as our budget is concerned, what you would like to see added on to the budget besides the contract. I know the prior years we've had stuff in there for advertising and stuff like that, which we didn't have last year.
Well, we haven't had for
a while,
quite
right?
a number of years.
A number of years, but
Yeah, our budget is like the rest of the town's budget. We are constantly looking at ways to improve the quality of what we do, to the point now where the only budget item is basically the contract. And last year, the town did give us, I think, what was it? It was either $250 or $300
right.
Over the contract.
Yeah.
That would be another time. How's the Bat Box project going?
Well,
that we spent our budget on. A different topic for
so
a different.
So you're going to pin me down on that one?
Yes,
okay.
yes, I am. Yes, I am. Because I may leave the table and come across the other side on that one.
Well, that's still kept in a nice quiet spot right now.
Yeah.
The spot that we originally were planning to put it, it kind of turned out that we couldn't put it at that particular place. But we are, I have some ideas in mind. We might possibly get the Boy Scouts involved maybe with the project, so that would be a good thing. But it will definitely be up soon.
Awesome. But back to your point, Mr. Chairman, what I'd like to propose is that we allow an additional $150 for local advertising. Okay. We are in desperate need of a new member.
Right.
And in actuality, we actually need 2 or 3 members. We do have the RSA rights to have alternates, and at a minimum, a 3-member board. So I would like to suggest, well, actually, I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman,
Okay.
to add $150 to our budget for local advertising for membership.
Okay, I'll second that.
And again, for discussion, sir, without, it's pretty straightforward. We need another member
Right.
to adequately serve the community. We have a host of activities that we would like to engage in
Right.
that 2 people just can't, 2 volunteers just can't do it. Plus, if one of us is on a business travel trip or taking care of a family
There goes
member,
another couple of weeks, right? Yeah.
we
Yeah.
lose a meeting and it's a month.
Right.
So with that, Mr. Chairman, I made the motion, you second the motion. I have no further discussion on that, sir.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Abstain? The ayes have it. Motion passes 2-0-0.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You're welcome. As far as the rest of the budget, I don't think that I have anything that I can think of at this particular time to add on. I think you're right that we really desperately need a member, one member, at least one, to come onto the district. And hopefully that money will be well spent and we can get somebody on the board.
In discussions with the town administration and/or the Board of Selectmen, however we approach that now, having an asset to work with would help us.
Right.
I'm not asking that they buy it, I'm just asking to make it available and make it usable. Especially now that we have advanced video techniques that the Cable Committee has upgraded. We may as well be using an abacus and a quill to report our findings and do our work.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
enough said there, sir.
Right, okay. I have a few items for any other business. Obviously, as you stated, we're still in need of an additional member. If anyone is interested, please call Town Hall at 424-4046. And thank you for your service to the town. Next I have is invoice number 1023 has been paid, which is consistent with our contract. An additional item is that I put up and replaced some faded signage on mosquito prevention at the rec fields probably about a month or so ago, and I did not see any real issues when I was walking through to put up the sign. So I took a look around, I didn't see any issues, hardly at all, so that's a good thing.
You know, while you bring that up, sir, Dave Mellon, the manager of the incinerator area, well, the former incinerator area, the
Yeah.
transfer station.
Right.
Many years ago, the town had what we used to refer to as the stump dump, co-located just behind the road department facilities, looped back around.
Kind of in the back, kind of?
Yeah, well, if everybody's familiar with where you dump your grass clippings
Right.
and the brush burn pile,
Mm-hmm.
if you notice, there's a dirt road that goes out back around that. Well, that's actually goes back to the old stump dump.
Mm.
That's where a lot of the stumps during the town build-out was disposed of.
Okay.
Those stumps were great water collectors. So I'd like to suggest perhaps one activity we can actually close on, Mr. Chairman,
Okay.
is to coordinate with Mr. Mellon
Yeah.
and perhaps even our road agent to take a ride back there and just survey for potential actions. It may be that we get Mr. Morrison to put a treatment down of sorts or discuss that.
Okay.
Because when I used to go back, when I was an employee of the incinerator, you couldn't get within arm's reach of that without being carried away.
Okay.
But your discussions just brought that up. That could be something we could close on
Right.
pretty quickly.
Kind of like the tires over at Dara Pond that we saw.
Right, exactly.
Thanks to Mr. Pinciaro, I mean, it was almost like the next day, and Selectman Bork, those
Right,
two worked
it's
together.
gone.
It was
Right,
gone
it's
like
done.
the next day, I know.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with that.
Yeah.
That's very good, very good. Yeah. So those issues, I mean, it's just like anything else, just communication, and everybody in town really wants to work with everybody. There's not a problem with that I've seen so far, and if we all work together, we can obviously
Right.
get.
These
get
aren't
something.
budget buster
Right.
articles that we can attend to.
Yeah.
These are things that we can work into our everyday schedules and still benefit the town in controlling mosquitoes.
And we have a mosquito video, will be on channel LCTV channel 20 for you at home. Please look for that. Also, as I mentioned, that we don't have any positive tests for Triple E or West Nile virus in animals, humans, or any positive testing at all in the mosquito batches. But I want to reiterate something that, this is the time of the year, up until the hard frost gets here, that this is the time of the year when some positive reports start coming in.
Absolutely.
So I ask everybody to please use mosquito repellent containing DEET. Make sure you read the label and the instructions carefully on the can to make sure that you're using it properly. Wear long sleeves if you can, going out at dusk when mosquito activity is at its highest. As long as everybody use basically common sense out there, you should be fine. You shouldn't have any problems at all. Al, would you like to add anything to that? Or?
No, basically the heightened awareness. We all get a little lax when we have a mild season like we've had to date. With school activities coming into play, end of summer, the kids are out late, they want to enjoy the rest of the summer.
Right.
It is important to keep aware, and also be aware of any dead or dying birds on your property and report those immediately to the health officer. Those are signs of perhaps West Nile or Triple E or other diseases that we need to be aware of. So not a pleasant topic, but as parents and responsible young adults, these are things that can save a tremendous amount of time, and most importantly, potentially alleviate any inadvertent accidents or inadvertent contaminations.
Right. That's all I have for any other business. Al, you got any items you'd like to talk about?
No, sir, I think we've covered it pretty well so far. We've covered the reports. By the way, the Center for Disease Control does have some very interesting reports on West Nile virus.
Why don't you tell us about that a little bit, Al?
Yeah, and the statistics around the provincial data reports. This one, most current, dated Thursday, July 7th, 2015, at the national level, shows that West Nile virus human infections have been reported in 5 states to date. It shows the statistics for Arizona, Delaware, Kansas, New Mexico, all of these related areas. And what it really does is shows you our state, our county, and our community are in relatively good shape when we take a look at the national averages. And this report is very extensive. The CDC does an excellent job. Of course, you would expect Florida, Louisiana, Texas. These are all the typical, right? So I recommend you go onto the CDC site, and which can be located on our local website. You can find a link to it and check that out. Along with this report is targeted at a different viral disease that is very widespread, also available on the CDC website. States reporting, and I'm going to butcher this name. I'm not even going to attempt it. I don't know.
You want me to do it? Okay.
Well, if you can take a crack at it, because it sure has got me.
Chikungunya.
Yeah. We are not experts.
How is that?
That's pretty apparent. But at the end of the day, what does it mean? Cases are reported to the CDC by the state and local health departments using standard case definitions. This is another insect-borne disease transmitted, and basically, I don't know, Tony, if you can zoom in on that a little bit, but if you can see the widespread blue across the country, we are currently in that. Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts. Vermont is not, but this is widespread and up and coming. So it's worth taking a quick site. The website is on here. If you have questions about this, please contact the board, and we will get you the exact website. And that's about it, Mr. Chairman. That's the most current data from Michael and Kim, and from the CDC that's available. I'd like to get this to, you know what we'll do? We'll leave this for Kevin.
Okay.
In Kevin's inbox, right?
Yeah.
And then he can
I think Kevin,
provide any of this, or
I think Kevin's in the system, obviously, and he gets those on the those are sent from the state and from municipal. So Kevin's in the loop. Kevin gets all the information that we get. So.
Okay, that's for the Virgin Islands. www.healththvi.org.
Want to say that again?
www.healththvi, all one word, .org, and you will be able to access the data there, and that would point you back to the continental United States website as well. But I'll leave that for Kevin.
Great. Thank you for that information.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Can you say chikungunya?
Well, I'll talk to one of the guys at the state to before I try and butcher that.
Okay. Just some mosquito facts I'll leave the viewing audience with. Dark clothes attracts mosquitoes. Bug zappers are basically useless against mosquitoes. DEET is considered the gold standard of mosquito repellents. Mosquitoes fly below 25 feet. Only female mosquitoes bite people. And West Virginia has the fewest species of mosquitoes. I just want to bring your attention up front here. These brochures are available at local area businesses. If you see one, please pick one up. They're absolutely free, and they're free from the state of New Hampshire. Okay. With that, I'd like to say that our next meeting is on Thursday, September 17th at 7 p.m. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Motion passes 2-0-0. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, our next meeting is on Thursday, September 17th at 7 p.m. Thank you and have a great night.
Thank you all.